you are. We are at the Food and Beer Festival at the Farmers Expo in Harrisburg, and I don't really know what to do here, but we're gonna look at some food. So, just got this. This is really good. It's kind of hard to show things around here because there's not like a place to really like sit or anything. It's just a big cluster here. Susquehanna Stout. It's on 7 days a week at every location. We have blue cheese balsamic chips, fried chips in the house. Are these vegetarian?
These are, yeah.
Thank you.
These are blue cheese dressing.
Good, how are you? Can play some giant Jenga. Or you can play Connect 4. I believe that's spinach and artichoke dip. Bread. Buffalo dip. And some sort of antipasta salad.
And the last one is PP753. It is a black.
Forget what you said it was, but something vegetarian.
Corn, tomatoes.
Kind of hoping that this was a bounce house for a second. Is this just soda?
Yes, this is just soda. It's birch beer, orange, and then sarsaparilla.
Ask him to roll them out. I mean, he is a pastry art student, right? So a little bit of flour, Michael. All right. So we want to go out to about 1/8 of an inch thick. That looks like he's doing a great job, doesn't it? Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
That's it.
Michael's got a fan club already. I knew it was going to happen.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Your avocado, cauliflower, and goat cheese puree with a peach mango salsa.
Hey, thank you.
Commercial baking, she just won that this past week. So we have our state champion. She's going to be going on to nationals in Atlanta, so we're really excited for her to do that. I have Kaylee here next to me. She's going to be doing chocolate writing, so we're going to show you what she's doing up here. And then I have Val in the back here. She's going to be doing some fondant flowers. So to go ahead and get started, I'm going to take my palette knife. I'm going to hold my spatula up. You know, a lot of times people say I could probably be a mason too, because laying icing is pretty much like laying mortar. So my masonry instructor at school, always kids with me, said we should probably switch jobs from time to time. I don't know if I can point a brick, but I can certainly point a cake, so we'll go ahead and do that. You put icing on the top. All right, and then you just use your cake wheel and you turn it and you're pushing the icing out to the edge. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little different technique of finishing out the edge. Most times people just take the cake and they put some sprinkles or jimmies or something like that on the side. But I'm going to take the chocolate that Kaylee is using, and I'm going to use my same spatula. And I'm going to show you a little technique. So I have a clean spatula. I'm going to dip it in the chocolate. And notice I have just the chocolate on the back. I'm just going to kiss the side of my cake. And I'm going to do this and go completely around the cake. And the goal is I'm trying to make sure that all the levels of these scallops that I'm putting on the cake are even. And I'm just going to work my way completely around. And again, I'm just using the back side of my spatula, taking the excess off the front, and I'm just going to go ahead and kiss that front on here. One thing I don't have to worry about is my chocolate getting too cold. It is actually probably about 30 degrees hotter up here on this stage than it is down there where you are. You see how I have it all finished then with the scallops. I'm going to go ahead and put that on here. And then I'm going to hand it over to Steph, and she's going to go ahead and finish it off for me. It's what we call cornet. And it's just a triangle of parchment paper, and we just roll that up. And the word cornet gets its word from the word cornet, which means trumpet. All right, so that's where that term comes from. So these are just little disposable pastry bags that we use in our industry. We use them for a lot of things. We use them for piping gel, we use them for chocolate, we use them for icing. Great to put on a plate decoration, so they're really great. What's really nice about them is when you're done with them, you just throw them away. You don't have to worry about cleaning them, right? So that's Val is doing some fondant flowers. And we use these right now in our bake shop. Our restaurant and our bake shop at our school is open to the public Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we give our students a real world experience. So almost every day we are open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So our students run a retail restaurant and a bake shop open to the public. Our menu changes on a daily basis, and there's always something great. We use things like this as decoration. So she's got a little bee there because it's springtime, and she's showing you a little bit of a bee that we use for decoration. What I have here is I just have some red fondant. I'm not a big fan of the taste of fondant, but I can tell you get a more realistic looking rose with fondant and marzipan than you can with icing. So I prefer using those type of mediums because I think you get a prettier looking rose out of them. I wouldn't do 3, I would do 5, and then if I want to go beyond that, then I would do 7. And 2, I would do 1 or 3 or 5 and do it in clusters. So to finish this out, then I'm just going to go ahead. Steph's going to go ahead and do the roses. We're going to add them in. We're going to add in some of our fondant flowers, and then I'm going to write on it and show you something like that. Does anybody have any questions about our program at all or anything like that? All right. Like I said, our program is a senior-only program. It's kind of a little unique. Most high school programs are 4 years or at least 2 years. Ours is a 1-year senior-only program. So we get them in August, and they're going to be unfortunately graduating, or fortunately, depending upon how you look at it. But I'm going to be losing these guys, and they'll be graduating in June. So I'm really sad to see them go. So I don't want to get too emotional because it's that time of the year. The students that are here today are my top students. They all have over 100% in my program, so their GPA is over 4.0. So I'm very, very proud of them to be here and giving up a Saturday to do that. So yeah, they did really well. Yeah, exactly. That set, it really shines. And that's just no more than semi-sweet bits, and then I have a little bit of salad oil in it just to loosen it up so it will run. I'm going to go ahead and bring them over and put them on there as well. And then Kaylee, I'm going to go ahead and take the cornet. And since it's PA flavors, I figured I'll finish it up and I'll write on it with PA flavors. Yeah, use some of the daisies as well. Add some color to it. Make it pop a little bit. Yep, just stick them in there. That'll be great. Alright, so let's go ahead and, like I said, I showed you how to roll the cornet. One of the things that students always do is they always Alright, so we're going to go ahead and write. What's different with writing with chocolate than with writing with icing is you actually lay it down like string. So you want to kind of remember that when you're writing with chocolate, you're always going to be laying it kind of away from yourself. So we're going to write this out. Really important that you don't misspell your words. So we're going to go ahead and write this out. Yeah, I have students that usually send me cakes that say 5th day and they forget the R, so we don't want to do that. If Pure Lake wants to give it away.
It was pretty cool. It was, I don't remember the pricing. It was like $25 if you're just gonna eat food, and then $50 if you're going to drink as well. So it's relatively expensive, but it's unlimited food and alcohol. So there's people there that can definitely get their money's worth with alcohol alone. I didn't drink anything, so I wouldn't know about that. The food, it was good. There weren't many vegetarian options for me, so I really didn't try a lot. It definitely wouldn't have been worth it for me to pay $25 per person. I got in because of Steph and her teacher in the pastry program that she's a part of. Because if you noticed, that was her in the presentation for the cake decorating. But she will be in when this video airs, goes live, whatever you would want to call it. She will be in Atlanta, Georgia for the I forget the name. I can't think of the name. Essentially, the pastry competition from the school. Like, it's a big competition over in Atlanta, Georgia. So she'll be there with her teacher competing. Unfortunately, I couldn't get off of work to go down with her, but hopefully she'll win. I'll try and give an update with that in a future video. I do have some other videos planned that'll come out before then, so it might be a couple weeks, but yeah, I'll try and let you know if I remember. That'll be the end of the video. I will see you in the next one.